Hi Taurus, welcome to your February 2020 reading. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising Taurus. So as we're moving into February, we're going to be going in with Aquarian energy, which is a lighter energy than what we've had in January. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of cards come out during this reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest, and maybe revisit the video if you're watching at the beginning of February. You might like to take another look towards the end of February or midway through. So my name is Dylan R McCabe, and I am an intuitive energy healer. I'm also a tarot and oracle reader, and I provide astrological birth charts to help people to further understand themselves and their life path. So yeah, I'm feeling quite an expansive energy as we go into February. As I said, I feel like it's a lot lighter than January. Could still be some themes carrying on through from January, as things don't just kind of stop-start as we go through months. They don't cut off, it all blends in. So I'm going to choose some cards from the Psychic Tarot, and I'm also going to choose one oracle card from the Shaman Oracle, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So let's shuffle these and see what comes out. Okay, interesting. So we've got, in this deck they are called Spirit rather than Wands, and we've got 3 cards that are from the suit of Wands. So, first of all, we've got the Foundations and Achievements card. So I'm really getting a sense of family life with this. I'm getting some good news, good family news. This can even signify a move of, moving house, change of address. But I'm really getting the family unit. I'm getting quite a strong, grounded energy. And 4s represent stability, and even though this is a card of spirit rather than material possessions, quite often this does mean turning over a new leaf when it comes to home life. It also feels like coming home to yourself in a way, if you've been feeling a little bit lost or hazy over the past couple of months, maybe a little bit confused, not quite sure where you're going. I feel a real return to a sense of self in terms of who you are spiritually, what you stand for, and also spiritual connections with other people. So this could represent blood family, or it could actually represent spirit family, soul family, people that you meet, that you start to feel a real bond with. And this could be what's happening because it is Aquarian season at the beginning of February, so it's very likely that you'll be coming across some people that seem to share the same spiritual values as you. It's very important when we mix with other people and we form bonds with other people that they share our values. This helps us to grow spiritually, and it helps us to feel as though we belong to a spiritual community. And this doesn't necessarily have to be through spiritual pursuits either. Quite often we feel like we have to go to perhaps yoga class or meditation class in order to meet people who are on our wavelength, but really we tend to meet each other anywhere. So you could go to a city to go to the markets, for example, and you bump into someone who happens to share the same values as you spiritually. It doesn't have to be sought out in a specific place. However, there is this sense of homecoming and really feeling like a connection with the community around you. Starting to feel a little bit more like you belong in the world. And this is all coming from a space within. As you start to feel more like you belong with yourself and you start to feel more connected in with your own values, then that will shine out to the world and you will attract a soul family. So this is the card that follows on, actually. This is number 5 and that was number 4. So there may be some obstacles and challenges. That's the name of this card. And what I'm feeling from this is, as you're expanding your circle and as you begin to connect with others who are of more of a like mind, a like soul, this could bring some challenges around the people that you're already connected with. This could be blood relatives, family, friends that you already have that don't necessarily match the way that you feel anymore. They don't necessarily nourish your soul in the way that they used to, because you've actually been through quite a growth process. That's what I'm picking up on. And there could be resistance coming from, I am feeling family members mostly, as to who you're mixing with or to what you're sort of getting into, what you're getting involved in. There may be a sense of not jealousy, but as though you're leaving them behind, because there's this pathway here and then there's this gap to jump over. And actually what I'm getting here is this is the soul family that I was feeling into. And I will say as well, I'm really noticing the water here, which I've never noticed in this card before, but there's a fear of the potential of falling into emotions, becoming prey to very heavy, sad emotions, and this could be your fear of leaving the past behind. This card signifies change. It's a number 5 card. This is change and transformation. This is moving on to the next stage, and unfortunately, in a sense, when we start to move along our path and we start to find more of who we are, there are certain people, places and situations that we need to leave behind. So for you, Taurus, I am feeling that this is going to be quite a strong theme throughout February. It's finding this soul family, finding this kind of sense of community and connectedness, but having to leave things behind in order to do this. And I do feel that being quite strong-willed, a Taurian energy, you're going to be able to move through this. It's just a case of keeping one foot in front of the other, keep going and stay grounded. I'm really picking up on the feet in this card. Also, there's the carving of a bird there, and you'll find your wings. The more that you connect with these people and the more that you connect in with your own values, you'll realise that you've got the wings that you need actually to fly almost across to this other side. Yeah, it's quite a powerful time in terms of social change is what came through, and actually on a global level, then that is also what is happening as well, social change. So I feel like you're quite connected in with that energy, and there may be things that you want to express out into the world that can also make a difference when it comes to social change. So then we've got the number 7 of Spirit, which would be the 7 of Wands in the traditional tarot. So again, there's this real sense of, if there's going to be these obstacles and challenges that might be caused by other people wanting to keep you where you are, not through any kind of malicious intent, but because that's how they know you, you're going to need to have strong boundaries and to be able to stand your ground. I can sense that you've got a lot of power around you. You've got a lot of your own inner power that you can tap into. You are a very strong and capable sign. You're a fixed earth sign. So, again, the feet, standing your ground. You've got the feet in this card as well. Really tap into that fixed earth nature of yours. And tap into your inner light. The more that you're connected to the ground and the more that you're earthed and grounded, the more you can channel your truth, the more that you can channel the energy that you need to stand your ground in order to create change around you. So this is another strong card for you again. These all feel quite foundational, so I feel like you're really building a strong foundation for yourself, especially with the 4 being a foundation card and with the feet, the standing in these cards. But this is definitely a reading to do with your spiritual life, because they're all three of them are spirit cards. So I'm really getting a sense of building on the spiritual growth that you've been working on over the past couple of months, even to the past couple of years. Yeah, it's a nice, strong, grounded energy, although it's a spiritual grounded energy. And it's a good thing to remember, is that being spiritual doesn't mean being airy-fairy. Being spiritual means being grounded in reality, while also being grounded in another reality. So having a foot in both worlds, bridging the gap, being a bridge between spirit and matter. That's what I'm getting with this bridge here as well. Only it takes a little bit of a hop, skip and a jump to be able to have a foot in both worlds, as it were. So I'm going to draw one of the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards now and see how this ties in with the cards we've already drawn. Okay, Taming the Wind. So what I'm getting with this is the winds of change. There's 2 5s here, and as I said, 5 represents change. I feel that this ties in with this card here. You'll notice that there's a lot of feathers in this card, and this is to do with the element of air, and that is to do with Aquarius as well. Aquarius is an air sign, and that is the sign we're moving into at the end of January and going into February. For most of February will be in Aquarius. Okay, so what just came through then as well, that we were in a leap year, so there's an extra day in February. And the leap year really came through about you taking this leap, about moving on. So with taming the wind, it's really being able to keep yourself grounded, keep yourself stable while all of these winds of change are coming in. The 5 and the 5 added together come to a 10, which goes down to a 1. So this is a new beginning for you. This is a new way of doing things. This is a new beginning in connection, in community. And yeah, stay focused. The woman in this card is very focused on where she's moving to. There's also a tree here as well, so I'm really getting the groundedness from that. Yeah, I feel it's very important to set your intentions on the kind of energy, the kind of people that you want to connect with in your life, and set the intention to leave behind anybody who doesn't necessarily understand your way of being or your values. And I'm getting the spiral here as well. There's a spiraling out. You're definitely expanding, definitely growing. And it's quite a beautiful feeling that I'm getting as well. It's very rooted and it's also very expansive. So, thank you for watching this video. And if you'd like to book in for a private session with me, for a private healing session or reading or astrological birth chart, then you can find the links below where you can find me on social media and you can contact me there, also through my email address. If you'd like to support me over on Patreon, the link for that will be below as well. And over there you can see what I have to offer, and yeah, that really supports me in all of the work that I do in bringing out these videos and other posts that I make in various places on social media. Thank you for being here, Taurus. I'm wishing you a beautiful month of transformation and connection, and I will see you next month. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Peace.